Hey y'all, it's your girl Sherelle Renae.
And it's your girl Ashley.
And this is the Bear With Me podcast.
A podcast for constant evolution, where we soul work, soul search, and soul therapy.
Y'all already know that, and it is season 2. Did y'all miss us? Oh,
Season 2.
Y'all, we is back.
We back, we ready, we lit, we happy.
Yes, and y'all, we got a special treat for y'all today. But first, before we get into that, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when we are live and have a new video.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
that, share.
Y'all already know how that go. And I know it's been a while, y'all. But before we get into our guests real quick, first of all, we hope that all has been well. What was the latest holiday? Did we miss any over the time we've been gone?
No, girl. We've been gone that long.
I feel like we've been gone.
We've been gone like a month. You talking about the last?
I feel like we've been gone though, y'all.
We've been gone like a month. It's been a while though, but we still been working.
Yeah.
Even though we've been gone. We still been doing stuff.
Definitely. So. Yeah. But y'all, I mean, some of y'all may know. I mean, listen.
She playing.
Child. Y'all see who's sitting here? No, for real. We got my boy Dale Coates in the building, aka Mr. Global Not Local. You might know him as the cocky kind. It just depends. You know what I mean? And welcome to Bear With Me podcast, bro.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Happy to have you.
Glad to be here, for sure.
Yeah. Listen, first guest of the season, y'all. And we just had to make sure we got somebody that we know y'all might like, you know? So that's why we here.
Yes.
All right.
And we're gonna switch it up a little bit this season.
Yes, we are.
So we're gonna implement something called 5 minutes of flame.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And how this works. Now, I know y'all remember how our icebreakers normally went last season, but how 5 minutes of flame work. And this is his first time hearing this, so I have to explain it to my good brother here. So how this works is, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You can answer the questions. We would like for you to answer the questions. And if there's some that you don't want to answer, I mean, normally you take a shot.
Right.
But I know my good brother over here is doing bigger things now. So I ain't gonna do
He
that.
got somewhere to be.
He got somewhere to be. That's the only reason. Okay. But I'm still gonna ask these questions. And so that's how it works. So y'all, we look forward to doing this. We really hope y'all like it. And I'm gonna go on and get straight into it.
So I'm gonna set my timer, y'all. Okay.
I got a time.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
okay. It's
And
literally 5 minutes of flame.
Yeah.
All right.
Literally. Okay.
So is you ready?
Do it.
All right. Go. Do you think you know what women want?
Yes and no.
Okay. Yes. How so?
Like women.
Mm-hmm. What do you think women want?
Me.
Oh.
Okay, what's a you?
Hello?
Explain to people what is a you.
What's a you?
A great husband, a great father,
No, that's right.
provider,
Okay.
emotional caterer.
Okay.
I'm just him, like
Okay. I was gonna ask, what do you mean provide? Like financially providing?
financially, emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I need to do, I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Love that for you, bro. Now, see, here's the thing. These next couple of questions, I just need one word answers, okay?
All right.
All right. Orlando, finish the sentence. Orlando promoters are.
Wow. This is me included, or I'm
No, you're
No,
excluded
I'm
now.
excluded.
You're excluded now, yeah.
Atlanta promoters are.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta promoters are dope. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Did you know that in Africa, for every minute here that passes, there passes 60 seconds?
That's a minute.
Exactly. Is taxation theft?
Yes, it is.
All right. Impersonate a celebrity. If you could throw up on one person, who would it be?
Nobody.
Sherelle, I'm done.
Okay, stupidest way to die.
Stupidest way to die.
Mm-hmm.
Try me.
Oh.
Well,
Jesus.
but not trying. I was gonna say, do you want to see how much alcohol it take to die? But I know that's right. How many one night stands has the cocky con had?
No.
Amen. Which part of your body is your wife's favorite?
My chest.
Okay. All right. Shout out to D.
Yeah.
Stance on social media.
Stance.
Mm-hmm.
It's beneficial.
Do you condone dad jokes?
With me and my kids.
Whoever, don't matter.
Dad.
So he does condone dad jokes.
Yeah.
Last question. We probably over time, but it don't matter. Are both parents equal in the marriage and household?
Yes.
Why?
Because one can't do without the other.
Ooh, come on. Where is
And there you have it. Our first survivor. We took it a little easy.
Yeah. I took it easy on you. I ain't do too bad.
Okay.
Ain't do too bad.
No, I really wanted him to impersonate
Somebody.
I really did. I
That
was
caught me
waiting
off
on
guard.
it. Yeah.
As it should. So guess what, y'all? If you come on here, you better be ready to answer some questions.
Right.
Because I'm not this the first. I'm only doing this because this is my good brother.
Right.
Now, and because he got
appreciate
somewhere to
it.
be.
Appreciate
Right.
But you come up here, just know you're in the
Yeah.
hot seat.
Yes.
Expect the unexpected.
So everybody be like, oh, I want to get on the podcast. Okay, we're gonna light your ass up and you better be ready for it.
Straight up. And that's that on that.
Well, you did good too, because you
Yeah.
stayed within your little 5 minutes.
Yeah.
it.
So with that being said, like, I know that you obviously went from nightlife to what you're doing now, right? Aside from the kids, basketball, things like that, being in the church. Would you say that your wife was like that moving force for you as well? Was she a big impact on why you wanted to get out of nightlife?
Yeah, I say my family all together.
Your
My
family?
kids and my wife. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know you kind of limited at first and then you just completely stopped.
Yeah, I lived a completely different lifestyle before, but like when I started seeing like what if this was taken from me.
Oh, right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
started like seeing it and it just started like weighing on me heavy. Like, forget it.
Yeah. It's not working.
Yeah.
People getting jumped in the club.
It's
I-
going
yeah,
down.
Yeah, I ain't going.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And you know, first of all, let me just say this. I've known Dale for so many years now. I can't even count at this point. And let me properly introduce my boy here. So we have Dale Coates, you know, CEO of Global Not Local, youth basketball coach, and youth community director at the Kingdom Church. And so many other things, husband, father, friend, all of that. And with that being said, like, tell us a little bit about you. Like, give us a quick backstory on where you come from so the people who don't know can kind of understand, like, where you are now.
Promoter. I've been a promoter like 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 years. One of the top promoters, not just a promoter.
Hello.
Okay, top. Hello.
That provided for my family like forever. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's really like what I know. That's where I come from. But other than that, basketball oriented, man, you name it. Like community activists,
Yeah.
whatever. That's really like what I do for real outside of promoting. Yeah, that's it, man.
And that's in a nutshell. You
Yeah.
know, that's
where
just
it
in a
started.
nutshell. That's where it started. For those who don't know, and you know, I think that's important to kind of know like where people come from, so that you understand where they are and where they're going.
Right.
So that's why I asked that, to make sure like so people can know who don't know, because a lot of people know you, but you know a lot of people don't know you,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they know the old you.
I was
but
gonna say they know the
you know what I
cocky-
mean.
Mhm.
They need
yeah.
to know Dale,
Right.
not the cocky kind.
Mhm.
Y'all, he gone. I mean, he did, but he gone.
I was about to say, you might get a little cocky still, but he gone. Yeah.
So yeah, and I guess my next question is like, what was the turning point from like what made you want to transition? What was the turning point for you with where you are now?
I always wanted to be something more than a promoter, or just like I wanted to mean something to the world, like other than just like influencing people to come out and hang out every weekend.
Right.
Because that was really my life. Like in 12 years, I probably missed like 3 weekends. That was my life. Like every week, I became immune to it, but I forced people to be a part of something that they didn't necessarily want to. I forced my kids to have to wait for me to come home at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Kids like not knowing if I'm gonna come home. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot of stuff that the average promoter like probably would never go through. I've been through it.
Right.
So that was kind of like dang, I need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter, my son, they weren't having it at a certain age.
That's right.
And then my wife, she had to put her foot
I was about to say, like, oh,
That's
enough isn't enough.
That's it right there.
So
Shout out to me.
Yeah, she thugged it out with me. I know she done been through. A lot of women ain't signing up for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she thugged it out with me, so it's like, why not honor that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why I asked you if she was like the driving force as well.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like so that was my other question. So was there like a very, I would say, like a battle between like flesh and spirit for a long time?
For sure.
Because I know like you kind of limited what you were doing. So
For
I
sure.
figure at that point you're like trying to transition.
Yeah.
But trying to find like a median.
Nah,
You
for
tried
sure.
to do both, but you couldn't do both.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't
Right.
like it wasn't me that made the change. Like I had to pray about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I really had to pray about it because I was so immune to a lifestyle. I might have been doing stuff that might be disrespectful,
Right.
but I'm so like going in my world. So I'm like, what did I do?
Right.
You know what I'm
Because you're so
saying?
used to doing it.
But then when I step outside of that, and then I'm involved, like I done had to have my pastors like, hey man, like what's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, man, you're not gonna be a promoter for long.
You got to choose now.
You know what I'm saying?
Choose
So that's what happened, and then it started just coming to light. And then everything that I started looking at it like, would I trip on her if she did that?
Right.
And then it made everything easy
Right.
because I just wouldn't do nothing that I wouldn't want her to do.
Yeah, because for you it's like work, but
Right.
as a woman, you're looking at all the outside forces.
Absolutely.
Like you got other men, you got dudes that don't like you, you got women, you're constantly around women.
And I looked at it like that because when she go out with me, she rarely go out, but when she go out with me, she got her own security just to make sure that nobody can come close to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
love that.
we don't even play like that. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, if you're gonna treat her like this, like how you think she wants you to be treated when you go out?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just time out.
Got it.
And I love that question actually because that was kind of like, it goes hand in hand with one of my other questions. It's like mentally and spiritually, right? Like looking back at how you were up until now, mentally and spiritually, how do you feel? Like, what does that lifestyle do mentally and spiritually to someone that lived that lifestyle, like how you just came out of, obviously? So, like, what do you feel, your personal opinion, what do you feel like that does to someone mentally and spiritually?
It creates a facade. It puts you on a certain pedestal that it makes you believe that you are responsible for the blessings that you're receiving. And it gives you free will to just do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. It's just no rules. But then when the spirituality comes into it, it's like none of this is happening because of you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is just a pathway to get you to influence these folks, to tell them about me.
Come on.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
But if you using it for your own good, like I'm him, like I did that,
Right.
then it's like, all right, I'm gonna teach you.
Yes. And he will.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I went through something crazy in my life, bro. And he let me dream it before I went through it. So it's like I knew that was my confirmation. Like, all right, cool, I gotta switch it up. He gave it to me. He gave it to me on a Monday. It happened the same way I dreamed it on a Friday.
Wow.
And my life could have been taken.
Mm-hmm.
Like all kind of stuff. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He gave it to me and brought me out of it. Like, all right, now what else you need? You need me to show you again?
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't gotta show me.
You don't got no mask no more.
Like,
It's all right. It's all right.
You ain't gotta worry about me. You ain't
You
gotta
know what
worry about
I'm
me.
saying? So, and seeing that, like seeing my kids go through that, not knowing if they'll ever see me again, like being held for however many hours, like just like not even knowing, and then just let me go. Like them situations don't happen like that.
No.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
nobody but God.
Yeah, it was
Right.
God for sure. So
Nobody.
that's why I'm like, nah, okay, we promoters, but it's just an avenue. It's just to
Yeah.
get a fan base, get a crowd, let these people
Do
know.
something else with it. It's not.
Yes.
You're not supposed to
Yeah.
stay there.
Nah, you don't supposed to stay there.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Amen.
No, it's too many things to be doing. No shade or anything to anybody.
Yeah,
who's
no,
promoting,
absolutely.
but
Nah,
it's
I
like, use
commend
that as a stepping
Every
stone.
promoter though, because it like we really created a path for people to eat.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like before we came, like me, Mello, TZ, all us before we came, you had to have like money
Yes,
Right.
it's
to
very
be a
true.
promoter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You wasn't just putting your face.
It wasn't as common.
It
at
wasn't
all.
like that.
No.
We came on broke jits,
I
21,
remember.
22, and just making flyers with our face
Yeah.
on it, and then it created an avenue. So I commend everybody. It's like we're part of history. Like,
Right.
I commend
Absolutely.
everybody. Like eat, go ahead, but eventually you gonna have to know like, but it's just temporary. Like,
Yeah,
Mm.
you gotta do
Yeah.
something else with it.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. And speaking of like, just doing something else with that. So we're gonna talk about global not local real quick. Tell us about that. Like, where was the name? Where did the name come from? How was that? How did that come about?
Global, not local.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought I was like the biggest thing in the room. So
Period.
it's like,
Hence the name.
Right, the
Yeah.
Kaji kind.
so I tried to come up with something that was like I'm always in my old hood, like where I'm from. My grandmama, auntie, everybody stay over there. So I try to I come on this side, link with people who doing big things, and I try to bring that energy back to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like if you from Wintergarden, you don't go past West Oak Mall. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really see what we see over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just was like thinking of different stuff, and I like to dress stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put it on some clothes because I want to be on my own clothes,
Mm-hmm.
but then I want to inspire somebody. So I was just brainstorming, and then it just popped in my head. I'm gonna run with it, and
Right.
it just happened.
And it became a stamp because you
Yeah.
know exactly what that is.
Yes,
Yeah.
Every time you see it.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure,
it's a
for sure.
fact. Yeah, that's what's up.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I got it on now.
Yeah. Well, I see it, but I'm like,
Kids, everybody, we gonna have it on.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's just bigger than just clothes now. So
Right,
like,
right.
We got AAU programs, we got
Yes.
youth programs, we got like everything is global, non-profits, global, not local, everything. So if I'm gonna say it, I gotta walk it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love this for him.
For sure.
I freaking do.
He done had enough years. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was the hardest thing to let go of in this new walk, right? What was the hardest part from your old life?
That's good.
Aside from obviously the nightlife, right? Because I know you had to make adjustments in other places outside of just nightlife. What was the
Honestly,
hardest thing?
I never let go of nothing. I
Mhm.
just asked him to correct me as I walk. Like
Right.
I ain't go in it saying like I'm done with that.
Right.
I
Got
ain't
it.
do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
just God.
You ain't go cold turkey.
No, because I'll be lying to myself.
Right.
Yeah.
If
You'll
I'm
go right
like,
back.
I'm done right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had personal goals that I probably done did along the way. Like bro, I'm straight on that. I ain't in the cut tonight. Like I'm good.
Right.
Then the money turned into 3 months. Then like I was just like testing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like my day to day from a promoter to now, it's
You didn't make any abrupt
nah.
changes.
It's like just walk. That's my daily prayer. Like just walk with me. Take the taste out of my mouth. Whatever
Right.
it is, it ain't
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? It just
And
happened.
it just,
And I feel like that comes with a change of mind, because I feel like when you make up in your heart and in your mind that, listen, God, look, you got it. Whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
it becomes, I'm not going to say the walk don't become easy,
easier.
Yeah.
but it becomes to where it's like, because you made that declaration, you already mentally there.
Yeah.
Right.
And you like, you know what? Look, once I said yes to God,
Right.
now I got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
He
easier
brought
to
me
get
out.
back
Yeah.
on track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it ain't necessarily like what you stopping. It's what you
Yeah.
gonna start to fight
Come
the battle.
on.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't
Yes.
never really read the Bible like that. I never really
Right.
read like that. I read enough to get out of college or whatever.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm like, I know numbers like I'm straight.
Right.
But-
Get degrees.
Yeah. But now it's like if I'm openly telling you like what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So now you know the demons coming. So now
Oh,
you gotta read.
right.
You gotta read the Bible. That's
Oh,
your
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
Like that's your
Yeah.
Once
Bible.
you speak it, it's over with.
Yeah, you gotta be strapped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely, because you will get tested right
Yeah.
after. We
Yeah.
actually had this conversation
Yes.
before.
As soon as I said out my mouth, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
no,
Soon as
Yeah,
it
you
come
gonna
out your
get tested.
mouth,
Damn.
you get tested.
and you gotta know these certain verses to go to remind you like you straight, bro.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or have these people in your corner like I call my pastor in the middle of the night. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even just pray for me. I ain't even got nothing
Yeah.
going on. Like I just
Just
want to
right.
be.
Yeah.
I got a big meeting tomorrow.
Right.
Pray for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
You
seeking
need-
wise counsel.
Yeah.
It's so important to seek wise counsel.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you test the
Wise.
spirit by the spirit, literally. Wise counsel, people that you can call 3 o'clock in the morning that's going to give you something that's going to sustain you, something
Yeah.
that's going to fill you.
Right.
Yeah.
Not temporary stuff or people, whatever. Because, again, we're all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's perfect. However, we do need that wise counsel
For sure.
around us.
And a lot of people, they steer away from that because they don't be want to hear that.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's up for them.
Yeah, it sure is. So, like, how do you balance being a businessman, a coach, father, a husband, all these different hats you wear now? How do you really balance that? Because I know it got to be at some time.
Because like, what does time for Dell look like?
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like outside of everything else that you
Right.
do? Because that seemed like,
I mean, that's a lot of hats to wear. So,
I think the hardest thing for me to do is take a vacation.
okay,
That's the hardest thing for me to do.
which y'all just did, right?
Yeah, that was the hardest thing for me to do. Once I did it, like it happened. But
Yeah.
everything happened with me. It's like organic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, I'm not really big. I'll put it on the calendar, but
yeah.
me and Jit will wake up like we doing this today. Like,
Yeah.
we doing that. And as long as we accumulate some income at some point of the day,
Right.
everything else like we're gonna do what we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really
Sounds
make,
like he got a good life.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
I
we
don't
doing
really-
today,
if I
Dad?
make the plans every day, all day, it ain't gonna go right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta just let it flow. But I know what I got it. Like I can't miss this interview. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
I like
You
that.
gotta be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come right on time though, because I
Right.
was just doing something for somebody else. And, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to have that balance. And just like he said, as long as you get the important stuff done, whatever time of the day,
Good.
you
See,
good.
I look up to that because I have to be like,
Yeah.
because
Let me
I got
cancel
too
you
much
in.
going on. I'm like, hold on, I have to write that down. What you
Yeah.
say? I got to put that on my calendar. Hold on, let me know.
Right.
Because otherwise, girl, I will forget completely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love that for you, for
For
real.
sure.
That is funny.
So, what's been the hardest thing? You know, he just got married.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the hardest part about marriage? I know you guys have been together for a long
A
time, so
long
it just kind
time.
of was like,
Shout out
whoops,
to me.
seal the deal, lock it up, you know, whatever. But what's been the hardest
Mm-hmm.
thing about marriage?
And what made you finally want to get married?
Which one of her?
Whichever.
It's a double win, right? Hold on, wait.
What's the hardest part about marriage? Probably, what was the hardest part? Probably considering feelings.
Okay.
It's kind of like you got a guilt trip. Like when you ain't treating people right, when you ain't treating them the way you, especially when you're dealing with like God-fearing women.
Mm, come on.
Like the battle ain't even with me and her.
Right.
It's like, all right.
Look,
got you.
I bet.
He got you. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to G.
So like when you got like a God-fearing woman, like she prays, she read the Bible, this, that, and third. Your guilt, like it's a different guilt.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you ain't living right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all done been there. Like every man done been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you ain't living right, it's like you got to get right because you made a commitment to him, especially when
Come
you get
on.
married.
Right.
Yeah.
So like when I went married, it wasn't really like
It was
like,
serious, but
it's
not.
like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Like I want to make sure she's straight. She ain't got to want for nothing, whatever. But
Right.
it's like I live that life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when I get married, it's like
A commitment.
Now it's a
it ain't
commitment.
even me and her, it's me and him.
Yeah.
It's a covenant.
Yes.
And then I know I'm doing right because he's blessing me.
That's
Right.
big.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Yes.
he's blessing me and I don't even know where it's coming from. I wake up to like, bro, how this happen? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I know, okay, like, bro, got me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm making him look good. So,
Yeah.
but why I got married, shoot.
Why did I get married? That's all I think about is the movie. Like,
Or like, what finally made you be like, you know what, this it. I know what I need to do.
Because people get comfortable,
Yeah,
being in a
absolutely.
relationship for umpteenth amount of years, and it's kind of like,
I think for a long period of time, I was selfish.
Mm.
I was selfish for a long period of time, but like not intact with. I was so scared of being hurt because I know what I had done
right.
all my life. So I'm like, well, I ain't letting nothing get one up on me, cause you know what I'm saying. So we grew up as like, you gotta be a player, you gotta do this, you gotta have a backup here and this, that, and this, and that was a whole like facade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, my son, I'm looking at me now. I want to show you how to treat a lady, like open the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that. Then I got my daughter looking at me like, she gonna grow up to want to have something similar to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good or bad.
It's good or bad. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So then I got this woman over here that ain't never done me wrong.
Right.
And then I done had my share of females, so it's like, I know what's out there.
Right. And it don't compare.
And ain't nothing giving me this type of feeling.
Come on.
So like, I'm finna just like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Lock
gonna
it down.
Yeah. And then I ain't finna let nobody else
Get with that.
I done put in all this work.
No.
I done did all this work, and you not gonna let somebody else. And then I knew that if I didn't do it, she wasn't the type to sit through the mess. Like, she like, all right, I know what I am. I know what I deserve.
That's the biggest thing there. And I want to make sure I highlight that, because I think what a lot of men do need to understand, or should I say should understand, is that when you do have a God-fearing woman and such, it's one of those things where it's like, as a man, you just have to get in that space to where you could spiritually see what's in front of you.
For sure.
Because you could physically see it all day. That's great.
Right.
But it's like spiritually, because this woman is going to raise your kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Spiritually, this woman is going to be the one that's going to pray over you while you sleep at night. You don't even know.
For sure.
This the one, what the Bible tells us, when a man finds a wife, he finds good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. That is the truth.
For sure.
And so it's like, I think that a lot of men, especially in our generation, I would love for them to understand that it's very important who you date. Women too. Like, it's very important who we, first of all, date, have kids with, and marry.
Right.
We have to know, and we have to understand what we're getting ourselves into, because some people who marry, you can marry a demon. And it's true. You know what I mean? You can date a demon.
Sure.
So I think it's very important to recognize and know what it is that you're getting yourself into and setting yourself up with. And shout out to Dee. I'm gonna keep saying it the whole episode because that's my girl. So shout out to Dee, because you know it does take a lot for a woman to kind of just sit through the growth of a man, because it does get aggravating.
Man.
And it's a pyramid. It's God, man, woman, kids.
Yeah.
So if something is off up there, like the whole house is going to shit.
It gets very draining.
I commend her though, because she wasn't dating no sub promoter. She was dating the promoter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She wasn't dating no low blow joker. You feel me? So
she held it down.
She held it down.
She did. How long y'all? She sure did.
How old are you? 10? 11 years.
Oh, woo, child.
11 years.
Yes, Lord.
11 years of
11 years, man.
promoting.
The whole career, she rolled with me.
Yeah.
She rolled with me.
Yeah.
That's a good woman.
Yeah.
And not because she's a good woman, not because she rolled with you.
Yeah, for sure.
She a good woman anyway.
Yeah.
Because she know who she was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And always did. I can say that as long as I've known her.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure I point that out, because one thing
for
for
sure. For sure.
Okay. But so now that you're here now, what are some goals that you have for yourself, your business? What are some things that everybody should look forward to?
That was literally one of my questions. Like, so what you working on? What's your business? What's kind of going on?
So much, man. I'm launching a youth program with TKC.
Okay.
In the next few months, that's going down. My biggest goal is get my oldest son, get him to college. He plays for me in high school and set good examples for my youngest.
Yeah.
And just basically be able to show everybody. I feel like we showed them one version of like, okay, we promoters, and not everybody want to be promoters.
Yeah.
And because that look, they see how it helped us out and they see what it did for us. So now I want to show them a whole nother, like, all right, if you go this way right here, if you help somebody, then somebody help you. Like, I want to show them this side right here, because they missing this because it's not cool to the masses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool, but they don't understand that this right here, and I didn't understand for a long time, but this side right here is way more cooler,
Right.
and it's way more safer.
Oh
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's definitely way more.
And it's way more attractive. Then you start to attract these type of God-fearing women, us type of God-fearing women.
Yeah.
You know, you do start to attract those things. And not just that, just great things come in your life.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
starts to bless you.
For sure.
And it's not even just about that. You just obtain favor and then you are covered yourself.
sure.
That's the most important
Sure.
thing and part of it, to be honest.
And I think it's really hard. Not really hard, but I feel like people still probably see you as that person.
Probably, yeah.
Like no matter what you do, no matter how you transition, no matter how you change your life, they
Yeah.
always gonna
But I
still
kind of
see you
want
as-
them to be. I want it to be like that because, like, I don't never want you to forget what I came from, who I was. I don't never want you to forget that because if I'm telling you this and you know you know what's up,
where I came
you
from.
know this, you know
Yeah.
everything tenfold, you know this right here.
Yeah.
Then you know I ain't telling you no lies about this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want you to look at me like I'm just transferring. Oh, I can't cuss around there, I can't smoke around there. Nah,
Be
bro.
you.
Do you?
who you
Yeah.
I'm still walking in the trap, dapping my boys up. I'm still doing all that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Ain't nothing changed. But it's like not a mental state. It's just legit. Now when I'm in these traps and I'm hollering at them, I'm letting them know too, like,
Yes.
hey, brother, you need to clean it up a little bit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
that's it.
That was my next thing. Like, do you feel like you have to kind of sway away from certain people now?
Nah. I feel
Yeah.
like I got to go in and get them and bring them out.
That's
Okay.
right. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't cutting nobody, no nothing. I ain't.
They're like, bro,
Nah.
we ain't trying to do that today, man.
I ain't doing no preaching to my dog, no man. Cause
Yeah.
I ain't no preacher.
Yeah.
You feel me? All I'm doing is, however, if you a pastor and you go in there and you say whatever, I'm gonna get the kids' attention before you.
Absolutely. I say this.
You
all the
feel
time.
me?
I agree.
So we still gonna drive a nice car. We still gonna have whatever, however we live, whatever. But I'm letting you know it's another way to do it.
To do
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's what we didn't have when we grew up. That
Mhm.
you had to make it to the league.
Yeah.
So we did. We
It's
violated
options. It's options.
Yeah.
everything. We violated everything. Bro, I had 2 scholarships, go to school, played ball, and dropped out after each of the years just to go back to the hood
Right.
and hang with the dope boys. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my neighborhood got full rides.
Mm.
Nobody is telling me to go back to school. They like,
Yeah.
come here, little deal, like,
Yeah.
let's slide. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And before I know it, I done lost out on 2 scholarships. I could have got a free degree, bro.
Wow.
But ain't nobody telling me that.
Yeah.
So I got to be the one to let them know, like,
Yeah.
you can go
And
to.
maybe that's what it all had to come to.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean?
You had to be the example.
You had to be the
I'm
example.
with that.
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
I love that because I think that it's so important. And that's the thing. It's like you don't have to change up how you are, what you do. Because one thing about it, if you started here, all you got and you start coming up here, all you gotta do is bring people to your level.
Right.
At all times. You always bring them to where you are. You can go where they are, but just bring them up to where you are.
Yeah. Don't
And
stay there. Don't go
yeah.
back.
That's the
Don't-
goal.
you know what I
That's the vision. Like you gotta let people know that it's impossible. Right now, I just got a job offer this week. As soon as I come back off vacation, yesterday, a job offer making $80K a year. You need a master's degree to have this job. You need 5 years of experience and a master's degree. And people call my phone and tell me,
Wow.
we finna waive the master's degree.
Right.
Or you got the 5 years experience. You've been
Exactly.
doing this or whatever. Do you want a job?
Right.
Like,
Get what
how
I do.
You wave? Like, you know that stuff.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
How
saying?
you
Like just
wave?
like that. That's how it
I'm
happens.
telling, but that's how quick God is.
Just like that. So, but we ain't thinking like that, especially
Yeah.
coming from where we coming from. We got to be a ball player, promoter,
Yeah.
or we got to sell some dope.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
option, sports or drugs. That's
Yeah,
it.
bro. So,
No.
nah, it's possible. Now I gotta let them know.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud of you because I say this because, man, listen, just knowing from where you come from and just watching you over the years, just to see this man
So,
sitting here, like I'm talking about grown ass man,
so
you know, mentally. I respect that so much, and I love that for you because we need that. We
Right.
need more of that. And that was one of my other questions was like, in this generation, what do you feel like the men and the boys in this generation is lacking? What are they lacking, in your opinion?
the boys lead the men.
Discipline.
That's what's going on. The boys lead the men. The men are attracted to what they don't have. The boys are making more money than the men. So the money is the problem right now.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
the boys are taking more risks on, and they more reckless.
Yes.
They figuring out the new wave and this and
Yeah.
that. So the man is honoring the boy when the boy ain't got no discipline with the money. So the man just want to be in the picture. He just want to be.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's really going
That's
on.
why it's 21-year-olds 4-year-olds millionaires.
Yeah, that's what really going
There's so
on.
much access to so much.
Yeah, that's what's really going on.
And then you got 40-year-olds who 30K.
They ain't got no structure. They
Wow.
ain't the jits. They ain't got no nothing at the crib, no
Mhm.
structure. So they got all this money,
Yeah.
and then the big brothers calling the little brothers big brothers. So it's like, nah, all that's just. It's like what we doing tonight. That's what everybody.
No, you're right though.
That's
It's
what
very
everybody-
true.
You feel me?
It's very
Instead
true.
of teaching them and molding them, but you
Yeah.
got to come in the game with something. I can talk any shit because I can go whip for whip,
Mhm.
watch for watch. I can whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I can
right.
do that. But I'm coming to you, letting you know, hey, bro, it's kind of like this. How you got to move, bro. You got to do it like this. You go out. You got your girl with you, your entourage with you. Y'all need to leave before the club over
Come
with.
on. At
Right.
a time.
Y'all don't need to be closing the club.
Mhm.
You know, you go in late, you come out early.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like ain't nobody getting it. That's what you seen these jits get killed all over the city.
Right.
Ain't nobody telling
Yeah.
them, jit, you ain't got to have
Yeah.
a pistol like this, whatever. You 21, you ain't got no family, go get your gun license, jit.
Come
Right.
on.
Ain't nobody saying
It's
this.
very true.
Ain't nobody telling you to watch your review, man. Three corners, boom, it's still behind you. Boy, you need to get on I-4.
Wow.
Ain't nobody saying this.
It's very true.
So now it's like the blind leading the blind.
But it's true.
That's how it's going. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
true.
But I had that.
Yeah.
Feel me? I had that, so I know when it's time to exit. I know, and I ain't scared. Whatever. If I ain't feeling it, I'm gone.
You gotta go. You better go with your spirit every
I'm
time.
out of here.
You
know
got
what I'm
to.
saying? So that's what it
Every
is.
time. Every time.
That's the best thing about him being so relatable.
Yes.
Because people, like he said, when he bring it to somebody or he's talking to somebody, they looking at him like, okay, this is Bill. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't, and that was the best part I like about what you said about gradually just transitioning as far as like, you know, just take the taste out of my mouth. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to be a better version of me.
Yeah.
But not just trying to be somebody you're not. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
cold turkey, just, I'm no
Yeah.
longer curse, I'm gonna change the way I dress.
Yeah, no.
Because then you stop becoming relatable.
Yeah. For sure.
Especially to the youth and the people that you
Green.
are around now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're like,
They
you
don't
know,
wanna hear
but
it.
now he's still relatable. He
Yeah.
still look like him. He still talk like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they kind of like, oh shoot, well I could do that too.
Yeah, for sure.
You
For
know?
sure.
And I love that. That's a great point. And that's something that I feel like over time we all either we try to work on or we haven't worked on or whatever the case. I know for me personally, like I find myself sometimes not even forgetting it's not even about thinking about being relatable or not.
Mhm.
It's just wherever you are. Like me, if I'm in a space, that's just where I'm at. I don't think about trying to be relatable or whatever.
Right.
But it just so happened that sometimes I could be relatable, and sometimes
sure.
I'm just like all the way up here,
Right.
where I might be up here by myself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
people might be like, "Bro, you too deep,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm just like, "Listen,
I ain't
baby,
call you
that's
for
the
all that,
energy. Like, I ain't
Sherelle.
call you for all that."
Yeah.
But that's just where I be vibrating at a lot
Yeah.
of times, and it's like, okay, but I'm not gonna come down here though.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta lead though.
Come
Yeah.
on,
You gotta
man.
lead. You gotta lead. Ain't
That's
nobody
it.
gonna know. They go
Yeah.
off of what they see, not what you say.
Yes,
So I got my son with me. I could have left him at the Boys and Girls Club, the break,
and I
whatever.
love that.
My son, okay, I'm gonna show you how to do an
You need
interview.
to
So
see
when
this.
you
I
do an
love
interview, you
that.
gonna know. He
I
can sit here
love
right here.
that.
He can run the show right now. You go
Right.
question for question. Jit gonna look at you in your eyes. You gonna
Yeah.
answer every question because he around it every day. So
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
this second nature. This
Yeah.
he gonna eat the camera live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
how it
it's
is.
so good that he's seeing something
Yes,
completely different.
yes, a young boy like that that's gonna grow into a young man. We need more of that, and
Yeah.
I think that's the most important. That's why I love what you're doing with the youth, and especially the young man, because some, like you said, some of these boys they don't have father figures
Mhm.
Right.
in the household. It's a lot of single parent households. Some of these people they just don't have that to look up to.
So
You know what I mean?
And it's a relief. They come play basketball and they like, oh, thank you God.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It's
thank
like
God
what's
for
going
somebody
on
like
in
you.
their
Like,
life. Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
So that's what's up. And I mean, I'm just so proud. I'm just so like, this is a whole nother person.
Mhm.
Like you are at home, but that's what the word says. You become new.
Yeah.
You become new. And
Sure.
that's the thing. And it's like, yeah, you still you,
Right.
but you are who you've always been. It's just now you're you.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
That's all that
That's it.
is.
And he
Got a
gonna
little
give you
goosebump, like,
he gonna give you that confirmation though. He gonna
Yeah.
give it to you, bro. It
Absolutely.
ain't you, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it ain't you, dog.
So, is there anything that you would like to tell, like the young man, the young boy, the young girl, the young woman, like that maybe are right now where you used to be, or that's trying to find a way out, what is something that you would tell them right now with where they are? Because
I would say you got to think longevity, like even though it's hard,
Right.
you know, just don't be in such a rush to grow up. Don't be in don't fight with yourself so much, you know, because that's what I did. If I could talk to my 20-year-old self or my 21-year-old self, just calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you was a wild boy.
Yeah, bro. Like, for real, like calm it down.
No,
like,
but yeah.
we living day for day when we in our younger 20s. It's like, man, bro, like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but right now it's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say like, just keep it kosher, like just have fun. You know what I'm saying? But be responsible. The younger you adapt to what's going on. When you in your 30s, it's a breeze.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some people don't even make it to their 30s to understand what life is about because you risk it all in your 20s and it costs you.
Ooh,
fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And cost could be your life. Cost could mean
your family.
Yeah.
Your health.
Your name.
Your reputation.
Anything. It's going to cost you in your 30s. Right now, I'm 34. When I feel like anything, no matter what it is, I still got to, even though I didn't get convicted, I have to let them folks know what happened to me at 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to ask you. You know what I'm saying? Now, after this, my favor is driving the car. Because if you ain't got no favor, you ain't making it past. You know what I'm saying?
You can't even get a apartment in your name. They're like, you said you did what at 14?
So they not having that. Especially like the school system. These folks, I got a job with the school, like coaching, high school coaching. Never thought I'd ever be a coach. I'm just like, I got a 9th grade, I'm finna do it, like whatever.
Good at basketball though.
Yeah, bro. I should have did way more than I did.
I got you.
But I just do stuff just because you say I can't do it, so I just do it. But I went and got an ID, and it tripped me out that I said Orange County Public Schools.
Wow.
Wendell Coach on the ID, because I'm like, this crazy.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? They let me in her, you feel me? So I went back to the neighborhood like, boy, I wore my badge all like it's a chain.
Right.
He like, where, I'm like, yeah, where it's up.
But that makes me proud. No, that for real. And you should be so proud of yourself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You should be so proud and look at some of this stuff and it just lets you know, like, wow. And I guess it's one of those things where it's like when your past do try to catch up with you, it makes you kind of grateful. Not kind of. It makes you grateful for your past because you can look back at some of that stuff and be like, you know what? Yeah. I remember that moment. I remember all of that. And I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad whatever. Because now you can look back at all that stuff and then you can see yourself sitting right there and you just should be
so
speak
proud.
to it now.
Oh, yeah, for
He can
sure.
speak to it.
For sure.
Like, boy, you'll
sure.
be all right.
You're
You're like 3 months. You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's lit though.
Yeah. You're going to find somebody else. It's okay. You're not going to die. It's all right.
Just like that, boy. It happened just like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow, I love that. I mean, I'm just, y'all. I'm low key speechless because I don't think people understand. Like, this is so needed. You are so necessary. You are so needed, and bro, you know, like honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, you don't understand how important you are, not only to the people around you, but to this generation, people that have not even met you yet, people that don't even know you yet. Your name's probably, I'm sure, will be in rooms that you don't even know of yet, because that's how far. See, when you said global, not local, come on, prophesy. When you said global, not local, it's almost like you set yourself up for that.
Yeah, for sure.
More so than you know.
For sure.
Globally, literally. I see it everywhere. I really do. And it's like, thank God that you had wise counsel. Thank God you listened to the spirit within you. Thank God that you had a woman on by your side that was there to help aid you as well. And just family. I know your dad was very important to you.
Yeah, for sure.
I know he was a driving force in your life. I know you love him to death. And that was very important. He was very important and still is very important to you. So it's one of those things where it's like, I know he's so proud. I know your family's so proud. Oh my God.
Celebrity girl, he walking in.
You gotta listen like while they here. You know that if I had if I had to tell my daddy anything, I'd be like, I just tell him thank you for what I did listen to while he was here.
Right.
Because everything that he told me when he was here, it happened after he passed.
Right.
So I was so rebellious. I'm like, man, like, bro, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And he was so like patient with me. He's like, bro, me and my dad got into
Because
it.
he already knew.
We got into it so bad. I remember this one time we got into it so bad, and it's like the worst of the worst. This man showed up the next day. I did something to a parent should never talk to a kid again. Young, just 18, just wild, like whatever.
Yeah.
He showed up the next day with 2 pastors at the door
I know that's
and
right.
just prayed for me. I'm like, this man got to be crazy. But
Get that demon about
like for real. But everything he used to tell me, it came to pass. And then when I was into music real heavy. When the year he passed, it was like my last single for the night party. And he got admitted to the hospital. March, I was supposed to be in Gainesville with him. He said, man, go get your money. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because he knew how big Singing for the Night was for us.
Yeah, it
So
was.
he like, man, go ahead. Like, I'll be straight. And then a month later, he passed. I'm talking about not sick, no nothing. Like, more healthy than us, like, whatever. Took the risk. He did like a blood transfusion. He wanted to clean his blood.
Okay.
He wanted to clean, so he could have kept doing what he was doing.
Like blood dialysis.
Yeah. So he do that, and then it just grew just like that.
Yeah.
But everything he started telling me, everything he was telling me, it started clicking, bro. Like my love for parties, it just went away, like slowly but surely. I been knew I was finna get out the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't know what I was finna do, but
yeah.
I knew it. And man, I'm talking about like every week, bro. Something new would happen, and he'll come to me and let me know, like, bro, it's transition, it's coming, bro, it's coming.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then down to the last week, I had already like told my girl and kid, like, bro, I ain't going to the club no more. I just quit. Like, it wasn't even no other way around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm straight, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. I'm watching every time I'm in the club, like how long I'm finna be in here, whatever.
Yeah.
It was strictly about paper.
Yeah.
So I remember calling Mello, like, bro, I'm done. Like, bro, what you talking about? I'm like, I'm through, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it no more. We got stuff on our calendar.
Yeah.
I got money right here. Like, I got at least, I got rats on the calendar right now.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to make that money by yourself.
but my brother, he's so like, well, you know I'm with you, blood.
Mello's so cool,
He's like, whatever you want to do, blood, I'm with you. I'm like, bro, I'm out. The next week, I say, bro, I got some big going, boy.
Yeah.
And it happened just like that. So
Yeah.
it just comes to you, bro, but it goes down to like, listen while they here, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to these folks while they here.
That's wow.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, man, listen, all of what was said, it's just like, I'm just like, wow, like for real, this is what is needed. And she don't even know you like that, but she's proud of you. I'm so sure. I can tell.
I'm proud of you.
Like I'm so proud. There's so many people out here that are so proud of you. We look forward to all that God has set before you.
Yeah.
We know that you're going to be a driving. You already are, and we know who is the driving force of your life.
Sure.
We know that now, and I'm just so glad that you said yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that was the most important thing you could have ever did for yourself.
For sure.
So,
For sure.
I ain't got enough. I'm
happy. And he answered literally everything before we even had a chance to say it. Like, let me just put you on real quick.
Yeah.
And you know what was crazy though? We can't let the folks forget it though. Like, when he call you, like, don't be scared to say yeah.
Yeah.
It could be for anything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Simple
Like,
things.
don't be scared. Like, you gonna get that feeling.
Yeah.
It's gonna taunt you, bro. It's hot. Like, it ain't finna let go nowhere. But don't be afraid.
But that's that battle. I'm telling you, it's like
it's the hardest thing to do.
My old life, like I'm not ready to let go of my old life, you know. And that's because it's like we know what we got to do, but it's like, man, I still wanna.
And everybody
I want to have like my pinky toe in this life, but I want to be over here.
I had sleepless nights like that. Like,
like
he like talking to me, and I'm like, but I want to do this.
Yeah.
And he like
trying to find a way to do both and make it look right. Like,
I talked to her grandma, like, she told me, she said, you want to make God laugh, just tell him your plan.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, now I know what that means for real.
No, it's true.
It happens just like that, bro. So you just gotta trust it, but don't deny it. Like, do it, cause it's a whole other world out here. He trying to give you. We want Benzes and all that, man.
He gonna keep putting it.
Bro, he got a whole Bugatti for you
Come
right
on,
now, like
for
I'm
real.
tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's how it is.
It's like that meme with the teddy bear.
Yep, I was just about to say the same thing. And
Yeah.
God got this
Little
bigger
big one.
teddy bear
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
He was like, just give me that, and I got you. You just don't even know.
Boatload.
You
Right.
can't even see it.
Boatload.
You can't see it. But it's all in saying yes, and it's trusting that He literally got it.
He got you.
We just have to give it surrender.
Right.
Got you.
And that's really what it's about. And we are so glad that you surrendered, bro.
For
I'm
sure.
so proud of you. We are so proud of you. I cannot keep saying this enough.
For
And
sure.
y'all make sure you follow my boy, the Cocky Con, on Instagram.
We're gonna have a whole new audience now. Who's that? Okay, we gotta go follow him. He's smart.
Yeah, for sure,
Smart.
man.
Make sure you follow him on Instagram and make sure you follow him on Facebook, Dale
Yes.
Coast. We will put all his information in the description below. Is there anything else you
No,
have?
I just want to thank you for coming. I
Sure.
know you busy. You got to turn on one thing to get here, but we appreciate you coming and
For sure.
talking, and, you know,
For sure.
giving us some insight on you and you alone.
Yes.
So,
Appreciate it.
And it's the first guest of the season,
yes,
y'all.
first guest of the season.
So we hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all already know we will see you on the next one.
Sure.
Yo, it's Dale, and you tune in to Bear With Me podcast with Sherelle Renae and Ashley. Tap in.
We might have all of the still version.